Another hot Lakers rumor gets shot down. We'll discuss why the 17-time champs are so gun-shy this offseason. Miller Moss thinks USC could be a national playoff contender this year, and Detroit sucks, but the Dodgers apparently think a pitcher there doesn't. Good morning. I'm James. This is your daily dose of sports and snark for the greatest sports city in the world, Los Angeles. This is Faithful Angelenos Morning Report. It is July 17th, 2024. Good morning from Illinois, where the Uber drivers love giving their riders concussions and whiplash. I am totally seeing stars this morning. I had to triple check everything I wrote, including my own name. Good Lord, that was not cool. Anyway, we added a new subscriber to the Angeleno Familia last night. Thank you for getting in on the ground floor. We're going to do our best to keep you informed. And if you like being in the know about LA sports, click the like button. Click the subscribe button. There's a notification bell. Hit that. It'll let you know when we drop new content. Sharing is caring. Let people know we exist. And by all means, comment. Now, before we go through the news and notes, quick look at the scoreboard. Seattle 89, Sparks 83. The Sparks go into the Olympic break at 6-18, and the less said about them, the better. It is Galaxy game day. Colorado is in town to face the Galaxy at 7:30. Dejan Joveljic sidelined again with a hamstring issue. 3 Galaxy losses have come with him on the sideline, including Saturday in Dallas. Real Salt Lake is in town as well. They're going to face LAFC at 7:45. First place is on the line in MLS's Western Conference. LAFC also, well, they want to save face. They got clobbered by Columbus over the weekend. And let's get to the news. Once again, we have to insist that the internet is not undefeated. The internet is, in fact, easy to defeat. All you have to do is combine the words hot Lakers trade rumors, and it is destined to be defeated. Gary Trent Jr., not via trade, but through free agency, he's decided to sign with Milwaukee for a year instead of the Lakers, which you probably read all over the blogosphere. Look, because the internet was defeated once again with a hot Lakers rumor, we know what happens next. Those same bloggers, those same scribes, they turn on the Lakers front office once again for not proving them right. But while some criticism of the Lakers front office is warranted, there are reasons not to go overboard, and we're going to chat about that. Look, after all of the big swings and big misses this offseason, know this: the Lakers are just $45,000 under the evil second apron of the salary cap. If you go over that second apron, you are extremely restricted from acquiring new players. You can't sign free agents. You can't add salary if you make a trade. So the most basic way for the Lakers to improve, and we've talked about this before, but it bears repeating the next time you hear a scorching hot Lakers rumor, is to consolidate assets right now. In other words, send out more players than they get back. And if you wanted to be stated even simpler, they have to dump salary. For example, trade 2 minimum wage players to get enough room under the evil second apron for a mid-level exception contract. That's the most likely way. If you are wondering why the Lakers seem so gun-shy, by the way, why don't they just do it, right? I can give you 3 reasons. 1, if this transaction, for whoever player they try to get, if they miss, they're going to be either against the second apron or past it, and then you are totally screwed, and you've missed, right? The second reason is because the Lakers remember missing. Russell Westbrook, do you remember that? That wasn't that long ago. Getting Russell Westbrook was about 3 years ago. And then, by the way, the third reason is, if you remember 2023, the third reason is the Lakers were patient until the trade deadline. And then they just wound up reassembling the entire roster in less than a week. So is it kind of a drag that the Lakers didn't improve this offseason? Absolutely. Completely agree with you. But is this team as bad as it was before they finally found a way to get rid of Russell Westbrook and it reassembled the team on the fly in 2023? I don't think so. So where does that leave the Lakers? Well, one thing I learned going into Summer League last weekend out in Vegas is that it's open seating in the Thomas and Mack Center over at UNLV, except for one section, which is reserved for scouts and team execs. That was the section that was right next to where my friend and I were sitting. The Athletic then slithered behind the velvet rope and took a straw poll on what NBA execs and scouts think of the Lakers. The belief is probably something that you'd expect, that they are most likely a play-in tournament team. Maybe they can get as high as 5th in the West, according to somebody. But remember, Nevada is marijuana friendly, so there is that. What they don't like about the roster is the distinct lack of two-way wings and no suitable backup for Anthony Davis. The Lakers acquired multiple centers last offseason. Jackson Hayes, for example. They were not good enough to back up Anthony Davis. Or, theoretically, the ideal thing, to move Davis from the 5 to the 4 so that he doesn't have to get blasted during the course of the year. J.J. Redick has added a G League Coach of the Year to the staff. Lindsey Harding coached the Stockton Kings and becomes the 4th assistant on the staff. Harding also has history with Redick. They were both in Philadelphia when he played. Harding was a player development coach. Harding also, by the way, played 9 years in the WNBA. And yes, I waited until that last moment to mention she's female. Because the only thing that matters is, can she coach? But the scribes, oh my God, they just love to talk about every diversity hire as if it's groundbreaking. This is the thing. I don't have a problem with Lindsey Harding. I hope she's a terrific coach. The Lakers need all the help they can get. But the scribes love to talk about these hires as if it's a groundbreaking, earth-shattering moment. The Athletic needed 3 people, 3 sports writers, to write about the Lakers hiring this particular assistant coach. The LA Times used 2 people to write about hiring a female assistant. Really? It took that many people, that many, to tell us the Lakers hired an assistant? Something that AI could have done because it doesn't really matter that much? This lady coaches basketball. She didn't take the podium in front of the Washington Monument to tell us about a dream. It's not that big a deal, guys. She's an assistant coach. You want to talk assistant coaches? Tex Winter invented the triangle offense, gave it to Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson used it to get 11 titles, including 5 with the Lakers, and Tex Winter was on that bench. Tex Winter did not get blanket coverage to come to the Lakers. Again, no disrespect meant to Harding at all. But here's the thing that really bugs the living hell out of me about it, because I was a former reporter. If you haven't been in a newsroom, what does it mean when 2 people write it, when 3 people write it? They delegate part of the job. They want to cover it from all angles. She's an assistant coach. Covering all angles for an assistant coach. Did any other assistant coach in Los Angeles get blanket coverage? Not for LeBron James extending his contract, not for J.J. Redick finally getting hired. No. For the assistant coach. Get your priorities in line, guys. NBA sources, by the way, believe the Lakers will also Bob Byer away from Charlotte as another assistant. We'll see how many reporters are assigned to cover his life story. USC quarterback Miller Moss went on a podcast I don't listen to and tried to walk a fine line, which is to say he was going to tell us that the Trojans will be better this season, but saying that without sounding like he's going to be better than Caleb Williams. Moss had a hell of a Holiday Bowl. I think we could all agree with that, but I can't imagine Moss outshining Williams. This is what he said, quote, "We had certain shortcomings the year before, and I think those areas need to be addressed, and I tried my best. But we also have a great supporting cast of leadership. I don't think that responsibility solely falls on my shoulders. I'm a big part of that, and I want to be a big part of that. But I think there's, in general, a great supporting cast of leadership on this team that we can all rely on," unquote. And then he even pitched the idea of USC sliding into the national playoff picture, like sliding into some girl's DMs. And I suppose if you're high, it could damn well be. It's not that far-fetched. There are 4 really difficult games for the Trojans this season. LSU, Notre Dame, Ohio State, Michigan, right? You win 2 of those games, which is a bit kind of an ask, then yeah, they are in actually the national title picture. I wouldn't put money on it, right? But I could see it. Quote, "I think this is all about how we come together as a team and how we face adversity. I think that's one thing that we didn't do well last year. Once we had kind of a tough couple of games, you saw that the team, in the face of difficult circumstances, wasn't able to respond well. I think that's really the crux of whether our team will succeed," unquote. By the way, he's damn sure right about that. Back when I was young and had a future, a few friends of mine were drafted by a major league team. I'm sure some of your high school buddies were as well. None of my friends, though, quote, "made it," unquote. So because of that, I do not want to deep dive into the Dodger draft. What I can tell you is that when you pull the camera back to widescreen, you're reviewing it from 30,000 feet, as they like to say. The Dodgers had a good draft, considering. Remember, they lost picks for signing Shohei Ohtani. They only had 2 picks among the first 100. The second pick was 98. So the players they took, the reviews I've read, they're not bad. But they're below single A right now. Let's not try to take everything too seriously. Sports Illustrated is reporting the Dodgers are okay with cobbling prospects together to lure starting pitcher Tarik Skubal from the Tigers. He is currently the major league leader in ERA and has 140 strikeouts in 116 innings. By the way, the dude struck out 8 Dodgers last weekend over in Detroit. Sean McVay enters the season with a shot at becoming the franchise's all-time winningest coach. A damn good shot, I might add. He only needs 6 wins. The current leader is former USC coach John Robinson. McVay has 70 wins. He's also the all-time playoff wins leader for the Rams with 7. Giorgio Chiellini, after retiring from USC, Lovely little whap on the head I took last night. Giorgio Chiellini stayed a few months in the United States after his final match with LAFC last year. He took a job at the Black and Gold in the front office. He did some commentary for Fox Sports. But let's be real. The dude is an Italian legend, which means he's fabulously wealthy. He probably just wanted to return home. So he is leaving LAFC. He already left Fox Sports. He wrote the perfunctory kind message on his way out. Italian legend Giorgio Chiellini returns home, where he'll probably get that hero's welcome for winning an MLS Cup. But you let me know what you think in the comments thread. framed in the way I did, are you kind of now okay with the Lakers offseason? Do you believe that Miller Moss is ready to excel and possibly even lead the team where Caleb Williams could not? And if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to subscribe to Faithful Angelenos. We're talking LA sports every single day here. Thank you for watching. I'm James. We'll be back tomorrow, unless the Uber driver this time goes for the kill shot. Faithful Angelenos is a Kian Cortel Queso production. Take care.